Sometimes one photograph can tell you more about rock and roll than an entire biography. Here are the rare images and the stories hiding behind them. Three Dog Night became hitmakers partly by recognizing great songs before everyone else did. They turned material by writers like Randy Newman, Hoyt Axton, and Laura Nyro into major hits, scoring 21 consecutive top 40 singles. Steven Tyler and Joe Perry, 1985. Perry had returned to Aerosmith the previous year, restoring the classic lineup after 5 difficult years apart. Done with Mirrors followed in 1985, an early step toward the band's remarkable late 80s comeback. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band in 1978, during the Darkness on the Edge of Town era. These shows became famous for their intensity, helping cement the band's reputation as one of America's most formidable live acts. Bob Dylan and Leon Russell shared the stage at Madison Square Garden for the Concert for Bangladesh in 1971. Organized by George Harrison, the shows helped establish the large-scale rock benefit concert as a model others would follow. Rock history wasn't only happening on stage. Andy Warhol photographed Debbie Harry in 1980 using the Polaroid Big Shot he often relied on for reference portraits. Images from the session later became artworks in their own right. In that same New York world, Iggy Pop and Joey Ramone brought 2 generations of punk into one frame. The Stooges had been playing raw, confrontational rock years before the Ramones helped turn that attitude into a movement. Eric Burdon, John Mayall, Jimi Hendrix, Steve Winwood, and Carl Wayne in one room. Photos like this show how small the rock world could still feel in the late 60s, when blues, psychedelia, and emerging hard rock constantly crossed paths. And some future giants weren't even using the names we remember yet. In 1965, Pink Floyd were still the T-Set. After finding another band with the same name, Syd Barrett created a new one from bluesmen Pink Anderson and Floyd Council. That same year, another British band was about to run into a much bigger problem. After a chaotic American tour, the Kinks were effectively kept from performing in the United States for 4 years, right in the middle of the British invasion. By 1973, touring could look very different at the top. That fireplace isn't inside a hotel. John Paul Jones and his wife are aboard Led Zeppelin's private Boeing 720, the Starship, essentially a flying lounge built for life on the road. But not every major rock tour looked this comfortable. The Rolling Stones in Milan, October 1970. One great detail from this tour: they were already performing Brown Sugar live months before Sticky Fingers reached record stores in 1971. 3 years later, Led Zeppelin were ending an enormous American tour at Madison Square Garden. Their 3 sold-out New York shows were filmed and recorded for The Song Remains the Same, preserving the band at one of its biggest moments. 5 years later, Another Stones photograph tells the story from the other side of the stage. This couple was photographed during the band's 1978 American tour. A reminder that rock history belonged to the crowd as much as the musicians. Away from the crowds, 1976 was a much more difficult year for David Bowie. Here he is arriving at Cherokee Studios with a carton of milk. Bowie reportedly lived largely on milk and peppers during a troubled Los Angeles period when his health declined dramatically. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards in Hamburg, 1965. The Stones' first German tour drew extraordinary scenes. Thousands greeted them at the airport, and the Hamburg concerts ended in serious disorder, an early glimpse of the frenzy that increasingly followed the band. 2 years later, another British band was beginning a very different chapter. Pink Floyd were recording their debut at Abbey Road when they were introduced to the Beatles, working on Sgt. Pepper nearby. Two psychedelic landmarks taking shape under the same roof. That same year, but on the other side of the Atlantic, Janis Joplin was about to break through. Her explosive appearance with Big Brother and the Holding Company at Monterey Pop pushed her from the San Francisco scene toward national fame. Freddie Mercury in 1973, before Queen looked anything like the stadium band most people remember. Their debut album arrived that year. Bohemian Rhapsody, The Mustache, and global superstardom were all still ahead of him. Jimmy Page, taking a quiet break in 1970, during a year when Led Zeppelin were deliberately changing direction. After relentless touring, Page and Robert Plant retreated to a Welsh cottage and began developing the more acoustic side of Led Zeppelin III. 5 years later, another future stadium giant was finding its new shape. Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks had only recently joined Fleetwood Mac as a package deal. Their first album with the group would introduce Rhiannon and Landslide. Which of these photographs takes you back the most? And did you ever see any of these artists live? Tell me where and when.